Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Can we flip this and pivot to UConn here real quick? Because I do want to just ask you, like, when when they are able to get Clingan going, and he had his best game of the year this tonight. He had 21 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, a pair of blocks. He was 8-11 from the floor. Most importantly, he was 5-7 from the free throw line. And he looked, Jeff, like he was finally moving well. To me, that's been what they were missing, was that offensive threat. Yes, getting Castle healthy matters, because you're adding someone that can be an elite defender. You're adding someone that is your best point of attack defensive weapon, and you're adding another guy that can break people down offensively and create something out of isolation, which, I mean, Gonzaga is the third straight power conference opponent that tried to switch everything against UConn and take them out of what they wanted to run. Did not work that well because they don't have as many good defenders. But to me, it's getting Clingan to the point where he is playing like the All-American we projected him to be.
They just have their pieces fit together. When Hurley and his staff were putting this team together, you can tell it's like, all right, we're not going to duplicate too much, even personality-wise a little bit, right? Like Cam Spencer's kind of that alpha dog that they needed a little bit, because that's not Clingan. Certainly that's not going to be Castle. Caravan's got some of that in him. But I think, again, Cam Spencer just, brought another shooter who can do more than just shoot. He's not one-dimensional like a lot of people thought he was at Rutgers and at Loyola Maryland. But again, Castle's athletic, big, strong, can guard at a high level, right? Can get to the basket, can get downhill. Solo ball's kind of a, more athletic, but he can really shoot the ball, comes off the bench. DR is great because he's got a gear, right? And he guards. He gets after it and really gets up in guys. I like, again, how everybody serves a different purpose on this UConn roster. Everybody.
Yeah,
I love that. I hate teams where they're like duplicating pieces, or, like, listen, I'm going to see one tomorrow a little bit. Indiana, they don't have enough shooting. Obviously, that's the key thing, right? UConn, even though they
not
haven't
if you ask Mike Woodson. Don't you dare bring that up in front of Mike Woodson. If you say anything about shooting to Mike Woodson, he's going to jump you, man. You better be careful. Don't go in that press conference. He's going to be looking for you.
I would ask him, but I'm not going to be here for the post-game press conference because I got to leave right away to get to that Purdue-Arizona game in Indy, because the Colts start at 4:15 too. So the traffic in Indy is going to be horrendous.
Yeah. So what I will say is this. On paper, I think that this Gonzaga team is not a great matchup for UConn. And what I mean by that is they have a guy at the 4 spot that can go out and make things happen against Alex Caravan. If there's a weakness with this UConn team, it's guarding 4s. If you look at all the power conference teams that they've played, the 4-man is the one that goes off. They have a point guard that is able to get to the basket, get to the lane, and create. The other issue that this UConn team has is perimeter defense against teams that have guys that can beat you off the dribble, right? And Gonzaga is a top 10 team with 2 guys that star in the position that you can kind of take advantage of this UConn team. And UConn held them to 39% shooting from the floor. UConn forced 11 turnovers. They held them to 2 for 12 shooting from the 3-point line. And they were up by double figures for basically the entire second half. Gonzaga scored the first bucket of the second half to cut an 11-point lead to 9. UConn immediately answered with a basket of their own. Gonzaga never got to single digits after that. Now, some of that is they missed some open looks, but some of that was UConn hit 7 threes in the first half, threw it in cruise control, and there was nothing that Gonzaga can do. You said earlier that UConn played their C game. I'd push back on that a little bit because I think that they were really effective defensively, but
all right, so B- game. I'll give them like a B- game. All I'm saying is it was not.
They never got out of third gear. No, but you're right that they never got out of second or third gear. Like it just, there was a stretch in the second half where it just felt like UConn was out there because they wanted to be out there, right? They weren't really running their offense well. I think they had like 4 straight turnovers on possessions. They were just kind of throwing things away, and it never felt like UConn threw it. Like they never. they never had that finishing. Well, what was it in? Remember Mortal Kombat? You might be too old for this, Govan, but in Mortal Kombat, they used to have the thing that would come up that would say like "finish him,"
Yes,
and that popped up for
yes.
UConn, but they were never able to like finish him. They just kind of let Gonzaga sit there, and there was nothing they could do. I made this comparison for Purdue when they were playing against Xavier. It just kind of felt like UConn was the big brother that was holding their arm out like this, trying to play football against their little brother and just not letting him get the ball. That's kind of what it felt like throughout this game. And Gonzaga is a team that has a good point guard, a good four-man, a Hall of Fame head coach, and was ranked top 10 in the country playing in their state on the other side of the country from where UConn was. Like I try
I
to.
wonder if they were surprised, Rob. I wonder if UConn was almost surprised how easy this one was. And again, like they play with ferocity. Again, I think they did the right thing, getting Clingan. I would be doing that every game. If he can get deep post position like that, which he should be able to do most nights, go get him the ball early, because to me that gets his confidence up, that gets him into the game offensively, and then again everything else is going to come, right? You got a double on him. Good luck to you.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.